Hello everyone, this is Mahima here to explain my first and second experiment in Database Systems Lab to create table in a database and then how to make certain manipulations. This is done using a structured query language. Now let us look at our code. First of all, in order to create the tables, we have two keywords, that is create and table. Then we have to enter the table name. Here my table name is course, and then within round braces we have to specify our column name, the data type, and then the width of our data type. After that we are supposed to provide a constraint to it. In a similar way we are supposed to give for the other columns as well. Once a table is created, in order to provide values in the table, we make use of two keywords, insert and into. The syntax is insert into followed by the table name, and then we give the column names. For giving the values, we have another keyword values, and to provide the values directly, we can give it directly in this way. Otherwise, when we would like to give the values on being prompted by the system, we are supposed to give the column name with an ampersand sign within two single quotation marks. Now, in this way, we create 5 more tables. Now, we are supposed to do certain manipulations in the experiment. Let us look at them one by one. First of all, we are supposed to create the tables to store information, which we did by giving the create table and then insert into commands. Now we are supposed to display the structure of the tables, which is done using a DESC keyword followed by the table name. This shows us the structure of our table. I have created totally 5 tables for which you can see the structure. After that, we have to impose a foreign key constraint to the inquiry number in inquiry table and enrollment table. Any kind of manipulations in a database is done using an alter table command. Now, here we are supposed to give a foreign key constraint, which is used to basically combine two tables on the basis of one column. For that, first of all, I have my inquiry table in which I have created a constraint of type unique with a constraint name C1 that is imposed on inquiry number column. Here I have used a foreign key constraint for the inquiry number column, and the reference is inquiry number from inquiry table. In this way we can provide the foreign key constraint. After that, we are supposed to add a constraint so that the course code should be unique. Course code is present in two tables, which means we have to again make the use of foreign key constraint. So as you can see over here, I have my course table for which I have a course name C3 and of unique type course code. I have imposed a foreign key constraint on my next table, that is batch. After that, we are supposed to change the data type of batch code attribute to char. Previously, as you would have seen, the batch code is in number, but the moment we use alter table followed by a modify command, and here we have the column name followed by the new data type, when we describe our table, the batch code is now of type char. Now, we are supposed to avoid the redundant entry for roll number. This can be done on imposing a unique constraint. So that is done by using an add constraint followed by the constraint name C8 and then the unique for roll number. Here, when I try to give duplicate values, it does not accept but gives me an error that unique constraint has been violated. Now, for the next one, I am supposed to remove en underscore st column from inquiry table. I have done that using drop column. For the next one, we are supposed to create a new column email en underscore st, which is done using add the new column name followed by the new type. On describing it, you can see that it comes over here. Now, for the next question, we are supposed to copy the details of enrollment table into a new table. So first of all, I have created a new table, new enrollment, and then in order to copy the values, I have used insert into the new table name and then select all from enrollment. Now when we view our new table, we can see that the details are same as that of the enrollment table. For the next one, we are supposed to drop the unique constraint. As we had seen in the previous part of the code, C8 was used to impose a unique constraint. So when we drop this constraint, we see that automatically the unique constraint gets dropped. After that, we are supposed to show the inquiry for the current date. Here I have taken the current date as 20 Jan 2014. So the moment I give select all from inquiry where the date is so and so, we see that the data gets displayed. For my next one, I'm supposed to grant privileges for a new user. So for that, first of all, we create a new user. Here I've made my new username as system1 identified by this password. After that, we make use of a grant keyword, which means the new user can make use of the data that was created by the old user. By giving grant all, I'm granting all of the privileges like to update, to select and to delete. So as you can see over here, I have entered as the new user, and when I try to describe my table, it gets described and the data is also visible. Now when I want to take back the grant privileges from the new user, I give revoke, and when I want to take up all the privileges, I give the keyword all. Now when you see, the new user can no longer access the old user's information. After that, we are supposed to create a save point, which is done using save point keyword, and this is my save point name, which means the data entered till now has been saved. After that, I'm supposed to rename the enrollment date in enrollment table as end date. This is done by giving the column name and the new name within double quotation marks. On doing this, we see that this has been changed to this, but the validity is only till here. As you can see over here, when I give the old column name again, it gets replaced. Now for the next one, we are supposed to see the use of rollback, and that is using save point. Rollback means the data that has been manipulated before can be retrieved back. Let us look at how it works. Here I have deleted a row value from inquiry table where the inquiry date is 20 Jan 2014. After this, when I display my details, you see that only one data is getting displayed. After that, I have given rollback and my save point 1. You see that the rollback is complete. Now when I try to select all of the columns again, all of the rows are retrieved back. So that is the main use of rollback. So that's all with my experiment 1 and 2. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching.